Today I'm here with Dr. Bill Harris. He is the director of our R&D division here at Bell Aquaculture with more than 16 years experience in aquaculture and especially on the biology side. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the biology and his approach and the uniqueness he brings to this industry. So Bill, when you look at biology and aquaculture and some of the things you was able to do from the human health side, tell us a little bit about that and how you've incorporated that into aquaculture.
Well, Norm, I've spent about 16 years in the medical research area focused on pediatric childhood diseases and creating technology involving human health. And I got into aquaculture 16 years ago primarily for two reasons. One was scientific discoveries that led me to this. And the other was that if you look at the United States, most of the healthcare problems in the United States are food related. Things related to diabetes, issues related to cardiovascular disease, and so forth. So food is an important element in healthcare, and I think that's a major issue that Bell Aquaculture addresses, and that's why I'm here. To answer your question, in developing technology in the aquaculture industry, when I looked at it from a medical technology perspective, there are a lot of techniques that are very highly developed in the medical research area that are not very highly developed in aquaculture. And so it's really the intersection between medical research and aquaculture that I've operated under for the last 16 years. And so there are many things that are not routinely done in aquaculture. As an example, monitoring the bacteriology content of water that are routinely done in hospitals and areas involved in human healthcare. If you begin to do that in aquaculture using the same techniques or adaptations of the same techniques, you wind up seeing a variety of different ways that you can make that production better and more productive. So that's what I've focused on, and I'll continue to focus on in Bell.
So I look at some of the constraints we've had at Bell with early on with the bacteria side, and I see some of the things that you're doing, and it seems to me it's cutting edge. It's really, I've never seen it in the industry, what you're bringing to Bell into aquaculture. Would you say that to be true? Or?
Well, we try to do the best we can. I think the differences more than anything is that I think that technology development in Bell and in aquaculture has four segments to it. The first segment is the actual biology and genetics of the fish itself. The second is the nutritional component that's involved in this, and I work closely with Steve Craig, the head of the feed division. The third is the engineering aspects of being able to essentially wed the biology to the engineering constraints that exist in the systems. And last is to have a system that can be managed. And I'm aware of your background in managing large-scale operations. So it's really at that intersection that our biology works. So we look at how our biology can influence each of those things and how it can be integrated into each of those components. And I think that's where we, on a scale that Bell has, is we are really unique. And I think it's we have a tremendous opportunity to drive home a lot of varieties of improvements that are not possible in an academic research environment, nor are they possible in production modes where you cannot control a lot of the variables out in the ocean, for instance.
Well, thank you very much for the interview. It's just one of the passionate members we have here at Bell today that we'll be interviewing.